am going to show you how to make butterfly scrunchies and butterfly head pieces. This is additional material I had left over. I always recycle my material. Get any size can with the flat bottom and circle around it. This circle is 4.5. And always make your square piece an inch more because the wings need to be a little bit bigger than the body. I'm using Cincinnati Bearcat material. I have made bow ties out of this material, pillows, travel pillows with an elastic handle that you can carry on airplane anywhere you travel. They can even be substituted as bottom pillows. Okay, now we want to pin the edges together so they can stay put while you cut. Make sure you leave a 1/2 inch seam allowance next to the area you cut so you can get the true measurement. We are sewing this circle. You can also do this by hand. I find that the sewing machine is a lot quicker. You can also sew your pieces with a serger and have a rolled hem to avoid this step, because this step takes a while sometimes. We are cutting a small hole to turn this material on the right side. And the reason we are doing this is to have clean edges. I did sew one with a zigzag edge, and I didn't have to do this extra step. And it saved a lot of time. See, this is taking a long time. Finally got it open. We're almost open. So you would do the same thing with your square piece, which I'm not showing in this video. So I finally got it open, and take your finger or a long instrument and smooth out the edges so it can be perfectly round. Okay, so now that we have those cut, we are going to iron the pieces and make a crease in both pieces. This crease is very important because you want to sew on the crease on both pieces to make the butterfly even. Okay, we almost have it flat. Now I'm going to fold it diagonal, like a handkerchief or something like that. And I'm going to iron on the crease because that's the part I want to sew. Now get needle and thread. Make sure your needle is longer than usual so you can easily penetrate through both pieces of material with one swoop or two swoops. Now we are going to sew the diagonal piece along with the circle piece. This cotton material is one of the easiest materials to sew like this. Crepe material is the easiest. The thicker the material is, the harder it is to pull the needle through multiple layers. Yep. So now that I use my thimble to push it through, I'm going to wrap the thread around the body, pulling tight, not too tight where you break the string. And when you wrap it a couple times, you sew in between the thread and make it tight. Now this is the body that I'm going to use to wrap around the butterfly in the middle. You can sew it if you want, but usually if you just iron it on folds and wrap it around and glue it, it will stay. But since I have a sewing machine right beside me, I'm going to sew it. One stitch is plenty. Make sure you get both edges of the fabric. Now, here's my scrunchie or rubber band or whatever it's called right these days. We're going to wrap the rubber band across the body sideways and glue it. Now we're going to take the straight piece and wrap it around the body middle ways. I'm just straightening out my wings and my body before I glue the middle part to make sure it's even. And you always want to glue the final piece under the body. So what I did was fold it so we have no fretted edges and glue it. And this is the final step. So you have your UC butterfly scrunchy barrette thing, and I made a headband out of just another butterfly out of rainbow colors, and then I made a headband out of emoji material. Here it is, my emoji headband. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, please.